a lot of producers, their pages just flooded with beats. You know, sometimes people want to go on your page and see that you're doing something else besides beats. Like sometimes they want to see that you're doing like, you know, like what you're doing on like how you're living, or you know, just how you are, how you, like what's going on in your life. Their pages just flooded with beats. You know, sometimes people want to go on your page and see that you're doing something else besides beats. Like sometimes they want to see that you're doing like, you know, like what you're doing on like how you're living, or you know, just how you are, how you, like what's going on in your life.
Peace, what's going down? It's DJ Payne 1 for BeatStars.com, in the spot with a man whose name gets mispronounced all the time, which I can relate to because I'm DJ Payne 1, not DJ Payne. This is my man Young Tago, aka Young Tago. I said it both ways. I guess there's
both ways is right. It don't even matter.
There we go. So how long you been making beats?
I've been making beats for about 2 years now. I really started taking it serious on my second year of making beats, because my first year I was just kind of like, you know, trying to get to learn everything and trying to get the basics down. And then like on my second year, that's when I really started taking it more serious. Like actually started really like making beats. Because, you know, for every producer, they probably do beats for the first year, probably just learning. And then the second year, that's when they probably get serious, when they start to learn everything.
So would you say right now you're at the point in your production journey where you're a professional producer where that's a major source of income for you?
I wouldn't necessarily say I'm a professional, like, because I still know everybody still has a lot to learn, but I am making a living off my beats to where I can just, you know, that's just all I do, like a career. Like, this is all I do.
So let's go back then. I looked back to your oldest available YouTube video, which is about a year old. Is that your first YouTube upload, or did you delete some old stuff or start a new channel?
That was actually my first video that I dropped on this YouTube, but I had another YouTube called T Trill, but T Trill wasn't really doing. That was my old name. It was y'all Young T Trill, and I ended up deleting that channel. I didn't really do much on that channel. I think I only uploaded like 3 beats, and I deleted it. And I changed my name to Young Tago right afterwards, because I was just like, you know what, I don't even like the name T Trill. I just gonna have, because if you didn't know, my last name is Tago. That's my last name. A lot of people don't know that. They probably be like, where did you get that? But that's my last name. So I changed it to Young Tago, and then I ended up starting the new channel, and that's when I started putting up those beats on that channel, the recent one.
Okay, so I noticed that the first YouTube upload included a BeatStars link. So have you been a member of BeatStars since you started uploading beats online?
I actually had another thing that I was using at first, but it was just terrible for me. So I, like, as soon as I saw BeatStars, I think somebody told me about it, I ended up getting on BeatStars, and that was like about 2 years back now. And like ever since then, I never really changed back. Like, I've been rocking with BeatStars ever since.
So your first few beat uploads on YouTube earned, you know, 4-digit views, and then suddenly this Migos and Young Dolph type beat hits nearly 70,000 total views. What change led up to this jump in engagement?
After I posted that beat, I don't know what happened with my channel. My channel just started going crazy. Like, I think it's really like that one, like, it's really that one hit beat that can really do something to your channel. Because I literally, as soon as I posted that, my channel just started, like, you know, going from the double digits, like, you know, 12 views to 46 views to, like, you know, getting 70K and doing all those, you know, thousands of views in just, like, you know, in a short period of time. And I was just shocked, like, seeing that, because, you know, it's just, you know, people, all those people come to see, you know, just your beats. That shit really just got me. Sorry I cussed, but yeah, that really just got me.
How did your approach change once that particular beat just took off?
I started posting beats more frequently. I started making, like, always, you know, being consistent, because I know consistency is like what people like to see. People like to see someone that's consistent, not just, you know, just posting beats, but dropping beats on a consistent level with heat all the time. Now, you know, you can always be consistent, but your quality may not be good. You can just probably just be dropping quantity, but you just be like, you know, not as good beats. But I was like always making sure I had like good quality beats, and like just make sure I also had good quality on them as well. So like I wouldn't over upload, but I'll upload to where I could keep people like interested and keep them coming on my page.
So now at this point, your YouTube channel has surpassed the 100,000 subscriber mark by quite a bit, almost 30,000, I think. So what steps did you take to increase your subscribers? Because it's one thing to get views on videos, but how do you pull those people into where they're actually subscribed to receive your content regularly?
What I did was I would like usually I would see people be like like they'll promote their YouTube on their Instagram. So I started doing that. I started promoting my stuff on Twitter as well. I started posting like every time I upload a beat, I kind of just let everybody know I upload a beat. And it'll kind of just keep people like, man, this dude's working. So like, I'm gonna check him out. If someone keeps seeing you, they're gonna check you out. So I just kept, uploading my stuff on it was really Twitter every single time I upload a beat. And that was like almost every day people kept seeing that. So as people kept seeing that, I got more shares on my videos and stuff like that. I got more shares on like Facebook and stuff like that. And it just, word of mouth, people talk. And I guess they started coming to my page more often and more people started coming and it ended up going like that.
So back up for a second. Did you say you were uploading a beat every single day at that point?
Yeah, like almost every single day. Like I wouldn't say every single day, but almost every single day I would be uploading a beat. Like I would be uploading a beat just to keep, just to keep my name going and also keep people knowing like, oh, this dude's consistent. Just keep it just steady.
Did you use other strategies, such as I know a lot of producers will release free downloads regularly, MP3 downloads, and then use that BeatStars feature where, in exchange for the download, they subscribe to you on YouTube, or they follow you on Twitter, or they subscribe to your email list? Have you been using those options?
Oh yeah, I actually did as well. Like that was also a big thing as well. I also would like do the little check marks to like get people to subscribe to me and to check out my Twitter. I had a SoundCloud too as well. So I had like all my social medias down there to get people to look at, and that also did help big time when it came to that was a big factor actually when it came to getting a lot of subscribers.
Do you conduct keyword research when you upload your beat videos to YouTube, or is your subscriber base strong enough to sustain you for with those high volume views?
Yeah, I always tag my videos. I think that's like a really big important thing that producers don't do because your tags really do have to relate to your video, like your title. In order to get views, you do have to have like a good tag volume. It has to kind of be related to your beat. It can't just be like like a random tag that I see on a lot of people's videos, and I see a lot of people tag their videos wrong. That is a big important factor that plays in on when it comes to views and subscribers.
Do you use any tools to do your keyword research?
I use this thing called vidIQ. I'm pretty sure a lot of producers know what that is, or a lot of YouTubers know what that is. It's called vidIQ. I actually looked it up like about 2 years back, and I've been using it ever since. It actually is real good because when you tag your videos, you can tag your videos, and so you can see how the strength of your videos is tagged. It kind of like rates it, like how good you rate, tag your video. So I would prefer a lot of people to get that.
Beyond YouTube, your production credits include NBA YoungBoy, Young Scooter, a whole bunch of other artists that a lot of people are familiar with. How did those rappers end up recording to your beats?
Most of them really just found me on YouTube, to be honest. Like people really think like Tago has the plug, or Tago is like, he's just sending them out. Like after a while, as they started coming often, they reached out to me and like, they started be like, hey, send me something, and they'll give me their email and stuff like that. But the biggest one that I actually did get to me was the NBA YoungBoy, because that one was actually more of an accomplishment. Reason why I say that is because I actually had to fly out to get that. Like I flew out to LA what was it, like 2 months back, and like I kind of just we was in the studio with Quando Rondo, and they was knocking out that little tape that they was doing, and YoungBoy was about to pull up to the studio, and we had to go because we had a lot of stuff to do. So what I did was I just had a USB and I put it on the USB and I made sure that got to him, and that's how I got that placement right there. But most of my placements really just came off of YouTube.
A lot of producers nowadays are frustrated with the landscape of the internet, and they claim that the market is too saturated to successfully license beats online. You've only been doing it for about a year, and you found a lot of success. Like you said, that's sustaining you financially. If you were a producer starting from zero right now, what steps would you take to ensure that your online beat licensing business was successful?
What I would always tell people, and I always tell people this because people always like come into my DMs and be like, "Yo, what can I do? What do I do? Where do I start?" And I always tell people like consistency is key. Like people want to see that you have hard, not just quantity. Like I said back in the interview, I said quality as well. Like people want to see quality on top of quantity. You have to have both because if you just have quantity, it's not gonna work. People know that you can make a lot of beats, but are they gonna be good? Are they gonna be good enough for people to keep coming back? So like you always have to have the both ends, and I always tell people that, but they think it's just like the biggest secret behind it. But those are really just the two things that people want to see.
Okay, here's a question that I would hate if someone asked me. How do you know? How do you know when you have a quality beat?
I mean, honestly, when I know when I have a quality beat, I listen to that beat often. I'll catch myself going back to the beat just to listen to it. When I feel like I can listen to a beat, just the beat by itself, and I come up with so many hooks to it because I'm not an artist, but I do have like hooks that I might have in my head that I might want to put down or write to or something. So like if I always just keep coming back to that beat, I know that beat is good. If I can't come back to that beat or I forgot about it, it's just something that I just made, then that's most likely not the beat that's gonna do numbers. But sometimes it is the beat that you thought that wasn't gonna be the one that is the one, because there's been many beats that I've put out, and though the ones that I said that nah, this is not it, ended up being the ones that everybody was rocking with. So like it sometimes it goes both ways, but for me especially, it really I just go off the way. Like if I can always come back to that beat and listen to it, then I know that that's the one that I like, and I feel like a lot of people are gonna like this one as well.
Okay, so beyond just the quality of the beat, what would you say is the most powerful marketing tool that you take advantage of?
The powerful market tool I take advantage of is probably knowing how to market yourself on social media. Social media has really changed over time. Like that you can really do anything with social media. So social media is really a big factor if you're trying to. That's probably the most biggest power marketing tool that a lot of people use, even just for anything. It does not necessarily even music. Like everybody uses social media when it comes to a lot of things, and promoting your videos and stuff like that. That can go really far.
So for you, is it just mostly a matter of putting yourself on a consistent social media schedule, or do you also run ad campaigns via these social media platforms?
What I do is I run ad campaigns on my Instagram, but it has nothing to do with my beats. I just do that for a good reason. Reason I do that is because I know a lot of people start asking me that as well. I do that for a reason because it tracks people onto my page. People know who you are, so if they see young Tago, kind of in their explore, they're gonna be like, "Oh, I know him off YouTube," so they're gonna click your page, and I make sure that my page is kind of like related with my website, and I make sure that if they click my page, they're gonna go on my website, and I kind of just market my way that way. So it kind of goes both ways when you do that
So you're not just
on
sitting there posting beat after beat after beat. It's not just musical content. It's something
Instagram.
else.
Yeah, because not everybody wants to, and that kind of I see that a lot too. Like a lot of producers, they just their page is just flooded with beats. Sometimes people want to go on your page and see that you're doing something else besides beats. Like sometimes they want to see that you're doing like what you're doing on like how you're living. or just how you are, how you, like what's going on in your life. So I wouldn't say just flood your page with just beats just all throughout. Like people know you work hard, but you gotta have to show that you have something else going on as well. Like you're doing something besides just every time you go on that page it's just a beat. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if you know where I'm coming from, but
We call it the, well, I stole this from Mike Trampy, who actually connected us, the 70-30 rule, where he said, and I've lived by that since I think he told me about it. It was post 70% content that everyone can relate to, and then 30% content that relates directly to your business or brand.
exactly like post the 70-30. Now that I know, I'm gonna tell people that, like, but that's exactly what I was talking about. Like, because usually sometimes I see people just 100% straight beefs throughout the whole thing, don't even know what they look like. Sometimes people want to know what you look like, they don't want to just see beats. So like it's also a big factor on that one too.
Because it's kind of like social media has the word social in it. So you got to
Yeah.
interact with people. You know what I mean? If all you're posting is beats, you got the media part down, but the social part's not there.
Yeah, exactly. So people just, probably be like, man, this dude's all business. There's no way I can, sometimes people want to come talk to you on a personal level. They don't want to come talk to you just straight business. I have a lot of people that come and talk to me. So like they don't just want to talk to me about just beats all the time. And if you can get on a personal level with a lot of people, that's also going to change the way people come at you and to change the way how many people will come look at your page, and like how many people will come subscribe to you, and they'll be like, oh yeah, he's cool, I talk with him all the time. So it just goes both ways. So that's how I like to keep it, that 70-30 rule. That's real important.
Where do you see the internet beat marketplace in 5 years?
From what I'm seeing, it just keeps growing. Like I like from I when I first started, literally there was not so many producers on YouTube. I really just think the main producers I used to see was me, Cash Money AP, Taz Taylor, Relly May, Speaker Bangers, Young Lando, and there was a few others that I probably ill will. Like there's a few others people that producers that I could put my name on, but it wasn't that many to where like now it's like there's probably about 2,000 producers on here on that's producing right now on YouTube, BeatStars. It's probably a lot, 2,000 plus. So like I just see it growing over time. I really do see the internet producers, taking on a big stand as well, and I just see it going over the roof after a while. So like it really is growing right now. I ain't gonna lie about that one.
Last but not least, how do people contact you, listen to your beat catalog, check out your social media, see how you're living, etc.?
That's where I take it kind of back to Instagram. A lot of people go on my Instagram and kind of just that's where you will see how I'm living and stuff like that. Like I really don't use any other social media besides, because Instagram is really like playing like a big part in social media period. I mean there's other ones like Twitter and stuff like that, but Instagram is really the one that's like kicking it when it comes to like pushing out your brand. So like I would say Instagram is really like the biggest key.
Okay, so what is your Instagram? you can't
Oh,
you sold it, but you didn't give me the product. You know what I mean?
Young Tago is my Instagram. Young Tago, Young YUNG_TAGO. That's my Instagram. So like, if you want to go look at me and see where I'm coming from, and just just get the basic idea of what's going on in my life, Young Tago is where to go. YUNG_TAGO.
And then there's a link to the beat store on the Instagram, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Perfect. Appreciate you sitting down, taking the time to share your experiences, taking the time to share your knowledge with us.
No, no problem. I really do appreciate it. Appreciate the interview. Anytime y'all need anything, I'm always here. B Stars has been rocking with y'all for a minute, so like, it's kind of like a big family. So like, I really do appreciate it.